10 things good parents do.
好父母会做的10件事。
The first thing I have in my presentation is by far the most important thing.
在整个的报告当中，我讲的第一件事啊，它真的就是最重要的一条。
I'm covering 10 things,
我今天会讲的10件事，
but they all start with number 1.
但所有的起头都从第一点开始。
Good parents model the behavior that they want to see in their children.
好父母要在孩子身上看到的行为，自己先以身作则。
Always remember this.
每一次都要记得哦，
Your children see you.
孩子们看着你，
They hear you.
他们听着你，
And then they copy you.
之后他们模仿你。
And I want to tell you a story about one time when I copied my father.
我想跟大家讲个故事啊，就是我自己有一次怎么模仿我爸爸。
Copying my dad a story from my childhood.
这是我自个儿童年模仿爸爸的故事。
When I was very young, my parents owned a small grocery store.
我自己很小的时候，父母亲开了一间小杂货店。
And inside the grocery store was a little bar where they sold beer.
那在小杂货店里面呢，还有一块是小小的酒吧区，在那儿卖啤酒的。
And outside were a few gas pumps.
而外面呢，就有几个是那个加油的油枪。
So a lot of men came to the store on a nightly basis.
很多男士们呢，几乎是每一个晚上都进到这个小酒吧来。
They would sometimes put some gas in their car.
有的时候外头车子在加油，
They would go into the store and pick up a few groceries.
那进去店里头挑一些杂货，
And then they would sit down at the bar
这就坐在那个酒吧台上
and have a beer.
喝一杯啤酒。
So we lived in the back of the store.
那我们家呢，就住在这个杂货店的后头。
And I was in the first grade,
当时我念小学1年级
6 years old.
，6岁的孩子，
Well, one man at the bar had too many beers.
在酒吧那边有一个男士喝了2杯啤酒，
And my mother was behind the bar serving.
而我妈妈呢就在吧台后面服务他们。
And he asked her for another one.
他就请我妈妈再给他一杯啤酒。
And she said in a very nice way that she didn't think that would be a good idea.
那我妈妈很客气的跟他讲说：“你不应该再喝了吧，
Because he needed to drive home.
因为等一下还要开车回家呀。”
And even though she spoke very nicely to him,
即使我妈妈对他讲的语气很好，
he got kind of loud and rude with my mother.
这个男的就很大声、很粗鲁的方式回我妈。
Now my father was nearby,
我爸就在旁边，
and he heard the way that this man spoke to my mother.
他就听见这个男的怎么对我妈说话。
My father had a very short temper
我爸爸是很易怒的那种人，
and a very loud voice.
而且声音非常洪亮。
So he got angry at this man and he told him, "Don't you ever talk to my wife like that again."
他就很生气，对那个人讲说：“你再也不要这样对我太太说话。”
Well, this other man had had a little bit too much to drink.
那刚刚那个男生已经稍微有点喝多了，
So he got in a big argument with my dad.
他就跟我爸2个人吵起来了。
Remember, I was a little kid, 6 years old.
你别忘了，那个时候我才6岁，这个小孩儿，
And I thought they were going to have a fight.
我以为他们2个人会打起来的。
And I thought, boy, I hope my dad beats this guy up.
真希望爸爸好好揍那个人一顿。
Because when we were little kids, we used to say, my dad can beat up your dad.
因为你知道，小孩子每个小孩都跟别人讲，我爸爸会扁你爸，有吗？
So I was watching this whole thing being really fascinating.
那时候我就很兴奋看整个情况哦。
And finally, my dad got so angry at the man, he told him to leave the store.
最后我爸真的很气这个人，就叫他离开我们家店。
And the other man wanted to have the last word.
但你知道，每个人吵架都想讲最后一句，对不对？
And he said, well, I don't need to be around this stinking place.
那个男的就说：“我才不想留在你这个臭地方呢。”
But my father wanted to have the last
可
word.
是我爸爸也想讲最后一句啊，
So he followed him out to his truck.
他就跟着这个人到他卡车那边。
And my father said, "Don't come back."
我爸就跟他讲，你别再回来了。
But the other guy wanted to have the last word.
但另外一个还要再讲最后一句啊，
And he said, "Don't worry, I won't."
他说你别担心，我不会。
But my father wanted to have the
我
last
爸
word.
还要再讲哦。
And he said something not very nice to that man.
他对那个男的就讲了一句不太好听的话，
He said, "You can just go to hell."
他说你下地狱去呗。
I was 6. I had never heard anybody say that before.
我6岁从没听过人家讲这个话，
But I thought it was really cool.
哇，我觉得我爸超酷的，你知道。
So I'm going to copy my dad. I can't wait to say that to somebody.
所以我就决定我要模仿我爸，等不及有机会跟别人这么说了。
So the next morning I went to school.
第二天早上我到学校去了，
I went to a Catholic school
我念的是间天主教学校，
where we had the Sisters of Mercy.
有那个修女们来照顾，尤其是我们的品性。
And I always went to school early to meet my friend Paul.
我每次都很早到学校去找我的好朋友保罗。
And we would play kickball or something like that before school started.
那还没上课之前呢，我们可在外头先踢球啊，还干嘛的？
So when I got to school, Paul saw me and he said, "Hi, Hal."
哇！我一到学校，保罗看到我很高兴，说：“哎 ，Hal！”
And I said, "Paul, you can go to hell."
我就跟他讲：“保罗，你下地狱去吧你。”
One of the nuns heard me.
有一位修女就听见了。
This was back in the 1940s.
这是1940，这民国30几年的事。
That was considered really bad when you told people to go to hell.
当你叫人家下地狱，已经是严重到不得了的脏话了。
It's not nice today either,
到今天讲这个话都不好听，
but it was even worse then.
可在那个年代简直是大不赦的。
So after the nun heard me, she started coming over to me.
哇，那个修女一听到我在讲，直接就到我这儿来了。
And I think she had smoke coming out of her ears.
我觉得她耳朵都好像在冒烟了，你知道？
She looked at me like this.
她这样看着我，
She said, "What did you say?"
她跟我讲：“你刚刚说什么？”
I thought maybe she didn't hear me.
我以为她没听清楚哎，
So I started to say it again.
我就再说一次哦。
And she put her hand over my mouth
她就用手捂住我的嘴巴，
and she grabbed me by the ear
拧着我的耳朵，
and she took me into the principal's office.
把我逮到校长办公室去了。
All I was doing was copying my dad.
我只是学我爸而已啊。
So I got in big, big trouble at school.
哇，那一天在学校真的捅了大娄子了。
And of course, they called my parents.
当然就把我爸妈都叫去了。
And then my dad got in trouble with my mother.
我爸爸在我妈面前那边也难过了。
But anyway, that's an example of they see, they hear, they copy.
这里就是一个很简单的例子，看见孩子们在看，孩子们在听，孩子们在模仿。
And when I think about my dad, I realize that he modeled some things very, very well.
而当我想到我自己父亲，我觉得在很多上面呢，他真的做了很好的榜样。
But my father was not very good at communicating with other people.
但我爸爸跟别人的沟通上面就不是他的强项，
And he wasn't very good at controlling his anger.
他也不太会控制自己的脾气。
So that's the atmosphere and the model that I grew up with.
那我从小到大就是活在这样的氛围，看见这样的榜样。
I don't want to make my father look like a bad man.
我当然不是要把我爸弄成是个讲的是个坏人，
He taught me some very good things.
他教了我很多很好的事。
My father was an extremely hard worker,
我父亲是个非常认真、辛勤工作的人，
and he always did things for other people.
他每一次都为别的人服务的，
And he took good care of his family,
他也很照顾自己的家，
and he was honest.
也很诚实。
So I always appreciated how he modeled those virtues.
我很感激他为我示范出这些美德，
But I had to learn my social skills, which he did not have. I had to learn them someplace else.
但是因为我父亲社交技巧上面不行，我在他身上学不到，就要在别的地方学了。
I cannot emphasize enough how important it is for you to model the same behavior that you want your children to practice.
在这一点上面，我真的是极为强调，你要在孩子身上看见什么行为，自己要能以身作则。
Number 2 is good parents have meaningful conversation on a daily basis.
第二个好父母会做的是，他跟孩子们之间要有意义的交谈，而且是每天都有。
I don't mean meaningful conversation with each other, mother and father.
我讲的不是父母之间有意义的交谈哦，
I mean meaningful conversation parents with the children.
这个有意义的交谈是父母跟孩子之间的。
There was a research project done in the United States recently
最近在美国才刚做完一个研究，
to find out how many minutes per day did parents and children spend in meaningful conversation.
要知道父母跟孩子每一天花多少分钟来做这种有意义的沟通。
And that number keeps going down and down and down.
很不幸，这个数字是不断往下掉的。
And there are a variety of reasons why families are not having meaningful conversation with each other anymore.
当然有各种不同的理由，为什么今天家里面父母亲不再跟孩子们做这种有意义的交谈？
A lot of it comes to us from technology.
很多是因为科技造成的。
Now, don't get me wrong, I love technology.
请别误会我自己是很喜欢科技的。
I can't imagine living without the internet.
我已经没办法想象活在没有网络的世界了，
I can't imagine living without Google.
也无法想象没有谷歌该怎么活。
It tells me everything I want to know.
我所有想知道的事情都他跟我讲的。
But with the internet and technology came social media.
可是随着网络科技而来的就是社群网站，
And even though it's entertaining,
虽然娱乐性很好，
it can be very harmful to communication in families.
在家中的沟通上却可能造成很大的伤害。
Shortly before I came to Taiwan,
就在我来台湾之前，
my wife and I were out to dinner,
我跟我太太2个人出去外头吃饭，
and a family of 5 came into the restaurant.
那刚好有一家5口人一起到同一个餐厅，
They sat down at their table,
一家人坐下来了，
and all 5 took out their smartphones and put them on the table.
5个人全部都把手机拿出来放在桌上。
And I noticed that they rarely talked during the dinner conversation.
我注意吃饭的时候他们很少跟彼此说话呀，
They were all on their phones.
每一个人都只低头看自个儿手机，
Some talking,
有的打电话，
some texting,
有的传简讯，
some playing video games.
有的在上面玩这些电动游戏。
And unfortunately, that's happening all over the world.
很不幸世界各地都有这样的现象，
And it's where the importance of parents come in.
而这里就是父母很重要做的事情了。
There are few things more important than meaningful conversation with your children.
有几件很少的事情比父母跟孩子做这种有意义沟通更重要的。
As you know, I spent 36 years with kids every day.
大家知道，我之前36年的时间，每天都面对孩子。
And I often did a survey with them about how much they spoke to their parents.
我常常也在他们当中做这个研究调查，他们跟父母亲花多少时间交谈。
And one result I got was always consistent.
而有一个结果一直都是一样的。
The kids who had the best social skills,
你发现社交技巧最好的孩子，
the kids who knew how to conduct themselves the best,
那些最懂得应对进退的孩子，
were also the ones that spent the most time in meaningful conversation with their parents.
也都是跟父母亲花最多时间做有意义交通的孩子。
This is a question for you. How many minutes per week do you talk to your children?
这里就是问大家的问题了：你每一个星期花多少分钟跟自己的孩子交谈呢？
I won't call on anybody and ask you.
我不会叫任何人起来问你啊。
But some of my students told me that they, in a week, didn't spend any time. talking to their parents.
我有些学生跟我讲，他们一个星期当中根本没有跟父母做过任何交谈。
But I would like you to at least try to answer this question for yourself.
但起码你回答一下自己这问题的答案吧。
Go through the last 7 days of the week
就想过去这星期7天里头，
and ask yourself how many minutes on each day did you have meaningful conversation with each other.
问问自己每一天你跟孩子之间做这种有意义交谈有几分钟。
And sometimes when parents do that activity, they realize I need to spend more time talking to my kids.
有的时候，当父母尝试这样做，才发现我真的需要多花时间跟我的孩子做深度的交谈。
There's another question for you. How often
This
do
is
you
one
eat
of the
dinner
most challenging
together?
ones.
另外一个问你的问题就是，你们有多常一起吃晚餐？
This is a fabulous opportunity for parents and kids to talk to each other.
这是最好让父母跟孩子能够交谈的机会。
When I was growing up, that was almost everybody ate dinner together.
在我小的时候，几乎每一个人都是每天跟家人一起吃饭的。
We did not have television or radio on.
那个时候呢，吃饭根本不会有电视或收音机的，
We did not have headphones on.
那个时候也不会戴着耳机吃饭，
There were no smartphones.
当时根本没有智慧手机，
We ate dinner and we talked to one another.
我们就一起吃饭，大家一起聊天呢。
But I recently read a survey about how often families do this.
但最近我读到的一个研究，现在家庭有多常一起吃饭呢？
In the United States, only 10% of families eat dinner together on a regular basis.
现在美国只有10%的家庭是规律能常常一起吃饭的。
That is a very sad statistic for me
对我来说，这是很伤心的一个统计，
because it's the single best opportunity they have for meaningful conversation.
因为这是父母有最好的机会能跟孩子做深度交通的时候。
But it isn't the only one. There are other opportunities as well.
当然不是只有这个，还有其他的机会，没错了。
I want to make a suggestion for you
有的时候你要能够
for dinner
忍
time
得住。
conversation.
而在这里呢，想跟大家建议一下，在你晚餐的时候能够说什么。
I came across this question somewhat accidentally.
基本上这个问题是很偶然让我碰上的。
When my 3 boys were very young,
当我3个儿子年纪都还小的时候，
and I was a single father,
当时我是单亲父亲，
I always wanted to have good conversation at the dinner table.
一直很希望吃晚餐的时候能有很好的交谈。
So I told them that we would have the question of the night.
我们就跟他讲说，我们会有当晚的主要问题，
And I would ask a question,
我会问个问题，
and then we would go around the table and each of us would answer it.
对，在这个餐桌上呢，每一个人轮流要回答。
And usually when we answered it, that would lead to more conversation.
那通常回答之后呢，后面就会带出更多的交谈。
So let me give you an example.
所以给大家一个例子
I might ask my sons, what is your favorite sport?
我可能问我儿子说，你最喜欢的运动是什么？
And so the first one might say, well, I love basketball the most.
第一个就是说，哎呀，我最喜欢的就是篮球。
And then we would talk a little bit about why he liked basketball the most.
那我们当中就聊了一下，为什么他最喜欢的是篮球
And
呢？
that might lead one of his brothers to say, well, who is your favorite basketball player?
那他其他兄弟可能就问他说，哎，那你最喜欢篮球选手是谁？
So we would discuss that, and then we would go on to the next.
所以在这个上面我们可以有一些交流，之后再下一个人回答。
And this would be the conversation time at the dinner.
这就是我们晚餐可以聊天的时间
So then I thought, well, the next night I'll come up with a new question.
那第二个晚上，我就会想出新的问题来问。
So I might ask them, who is your best friend?
可能我就会问你最好的朋友是谁
And the first son would say who it was.
可能第一个儿子他就讲说他的好朋友是谁。
And then we would ask, what do you like the most about your best friend?
那我们可能就问他，你在你好朋友身上最喜欢的一点是什么？
Or we might ask, who are your other closest friends?
也可能问说，那除了他之外，你还有哪些知心的朋友？
So again, we would go around the table,
再一次是大家轮流的，
and I answered these questions also.
这些问题我也要回答。
So they would say, Dad, who is your best friend?
他们就会问啊，爸，你最好的朋友是谁啊？
So they learned some good things about my life.
他们就知道我生命中的一些事情。
See, we're getting messages all of the time.
我就会问，比如说你最喜欢的电影是什么？
What's your favorite TV program?
你最喜欢的电视节目是什么？
Who's your favorite rock musician?
哇，最喜欢的摇滚歌手是谁？
And this was going absolutely fabulous.
哇，这真的是超赞的一个机会。
But after about 2 weeks, I ran out of questions.
可是2个星期之后，我的问题都问完了。
And it was so frustrating that I
另外一种讲法就是能够客气，而很焦躁的就是那个晚上我不知道该问什么了。
and the kids really looked forward to it.
其实孩子很期待耶。
We sat down at the table and my oldest son said, "So Dad, what's the question of the night?"
我们才在餐桌坐下，我大儿子就问了：“爸，今天晚上问题是什么
And I didn't have one.？”
我没有问题可问，
So I thought about something that I did with my students at school every day.
所以我就在想啊，我在班上怎么对我学生的？
And I said to my sons, I said, I don't really have a new question tonight,
我就跟我儿子们讲说，你知道今天晚上我们有新的问题好问哎，
but let me ask you this.
可以让我问你好了，
What was the highlight, the best thing that happened of your day today?
你今天一整天最高潮、最兴奋、最得意的事情是什么？
Let me explain why I call that the magic question.
我跟你解释一下，为什么我把这个问题称为神奇的问题。
There are more than one reason.
这里还不止一个理由呢。
First of all, I never had to think of a new question ever again.
首先，我不用再想别的问题出来了，
I could ask that same question every single night.
每一个晚上只要问同样的问题都行了，
And I was guaranteed to get a different answer,
而且保证答案都会不一样哦，
and it would always be positive.
而且每一次都是很正面的回答。
And when I asked the question, it got the 4 of us to go through something in our mind.
因为当我问这个问题的时候，我们4个人脑筋就要开始想要动了，
We kind of relived the entire day
要回顾这一整天，
and focused only on the good thing.
而且是专注在好的事情上面。
And then we talked about what we thought was the best of all of the good things that happened.
那
that
之
day.
后，我们再彼此来谈，我这一天里面所有好的事情当中最棒的是哪一个？
I still remember the very first time we did this.
我到现在都还记得第一次我们讨论这个问题。
My oldest son, Dan, answered the first question.
我的大儿子 Dan 他第一个先回答，
And it was about something really nice that happened between he and one of his teachers.
那就是一件他跟他老师之间发生了一个很好的事儿。
And I was very happy to hear that.
听到那个我也很开心啊。
And then I asked some questions about the teacher.
关于那个老师，我就问了他一些问题。
It was, he said, a very pretty woman.
他讲，她是个很漂亮的女生哦。
And I was single and I wanted to know if she was single.
那个时候我单身嘛，就想知道那个老师是不是也单身。
And about 3 weeks later, she was my girlfriend.
3个星期之后，她就是我女朋友了。
All of this happens when you have good conversation.
这些美好的事发生，就是因为有很好的交谈。
Anyway, my second son, Mark, it was his turn now.
而第2个轮到就是我的二儿子马克了。
And I said, Mark, what was the highlight of your day?
我就问他马克，你这一天最得意的是什么？
And he kind of had a puzzled look on his face.
他脸上就看起来一脸困惑的样子。
And I wondered what was wrong.
我在想哪里不对劲啊？
We all have good things happen every day.
我们每一天都有好事发生啊。
And he said, well, I had 2 that really stand out, and I'm having a hard time deciding which one.
他说，因为我这一天有2件很棒的事，现在不知道要讲哪一件呢。
I said, there's no rule against sharing both of them.
我说可以，2件都讲啊。
So anyway, we did that for every night for the rest of the time that we were together.
而之后呢，每一个晚上我们都讨论同一个问题了。
And now we are separated geographically,
而现在我们都住在不同的地方，
but holidays and birthdays we get together for dinner.
但假日啦、庆祝生日的时候呢，我们大家聚在一块儿。
And the question is always this:
而每一次问的问题都是，
what has been the highlight of your life since the last time we ate dinner together?
哎，从上次吃饭到现在，中间哪一件是你最得意的事情？
And so we catch up on what everybody has been doing.
因此，我们大家都开始熟悉这中间大家在做些什么事儿。
Again, an amazingly simple question.
这真的是个超级简单的问题。
See, this does not get discussed if you're not having time set aside for meaningful conversation.
可是，如果你们没有一起相聚的时间，就很难有这样子的交流。
So tonight at dinner, ask everybody what was the highlight of your day.
所以今天晚餐的时候就问他们他们这一天最兴奋得意的事情是什么？
And you will be able to tell your children something very positive.
你也有机会把很正面的东西跟你的孩子们说。
The highlight of my day was listening to Dr. Urban speak.
哇，我这一天最棒的事情就是听我本博士教课。
I was just kidding.
开玩笑的啦。
I hope your day gets better after this morning.
我希望你上完课之后会有更精彩的日子。
Okay, I do want to share with you something that I did with my students.
那我希望跟大家分享我跟学生们一起做的事。
But it's something that can apply to families also.
这个也可以应用在家庭里头的。
Because I've had a couple of parents say that they made a replica of my sign and put it in their home.
因为有些家长跟我讲他们也复制我在教室里面贴的那些标志，直接贴在家里头。
And the sign simply said, "Celebrate today."
而有一张标志上面很简单，就是说欢庆今天。
More good things happen in a day than bad things.
一天里面发生的好事都会比坏事多嘛。
Be thankful for and celebrate those good things.
你要为这些好事来感恩，来庆祝。
So let me explain how I did it with my students.
我就跟大家解释一下我怎么在同学学生之间做的。
The sign was yellow and it had black writing.
那整个纸呢是黄色的纸，用黑字写在上头。
And then I put it in the middle of the classroom.
我就把它放在教室这个前面的中间，
And the bottom of it was right here.
而它的高度呢放在我头顶上方一点。
So I went over and I stood under the sign.
因此呢，我就特别站在那儿，站在这个标志下头，
And I would point to it.
就指着这个标志，
And I would ask my students, what are we celebrating today?
就问我的学生今天要庆祝什么。
This was at the beginning of every class.
这是我每一堂课的开头。
Now they had 4 choices.
他们有4种选项，
They could share good news.
他们可以分享一些好消息。
Any student in the room who had good news could share it with the rest of the class.
班上任何一个人有好消息的人都可以跟全班来分享，
And they loved doing this.
大家都很喜欢这样做哦。
It could be something good that happened at school.
可能在学校里面发生什么好事，
Maybe our basketball team just beat another school.
可能我们学校篮球队打赢另外一个学校了，
Or it could be personal news.
也可能他个人的好消息。
Sometimes the kids really surprise me.
有的时候孩子真的让我惊讶耶。
Still remember the first time I ever did this with them.
我还记得第一次我跟他们一起这样做的时候，
And a girl said, I'd like to share some good family news.
有一个女孩就是说，我想跟大家分享一下我家里的消息。
And I said, that's wonderful. Let's hear it.
我说很好啊，来告诉我们。
She said, my mom and dad have been separated for a year.
她说我爸爸妈妈分居1年了，
And they just got back together.
他们刚刚复合。
And all the class applauded.
哇，
for it.
全班都帮她拍手哎，
And she was very joyful and wanted to celebrate
她
that.
很开心，想跟大家一起来分享。
So over many years of doing that, I heard all kinds of good news.
在做这个很多年之后，真的什么样的好消息我都听过。
And we called it nourishing the atmosphere.
我们说这是滋养我们的氛围。
And the opposite of nourishing the atmosphere was poisoning the atmosphere.
滋养氛围的相反就是毒害当中的空气，
And that comes from negative and angry talk.
而那些都是来自这种愤怒、负面的话语。
Okay, the second choice they had was that they could complete the sentence, I'm thankful for.
而第二个选项就是他们可以完成这个句子，就是我很感恩，因为
Tell us something or someone for whom you are thankful.
你可以给我们讲一件事情，或是一个让你很感恩的人。
I had many students over the years tell me they loved being reminded that they had a lot to be thankful.
这些年来，很多学生都告诉我，他们很开心我这样提醒他们，他们有很多值得感恩的事。
And the truth is, we all have more things to be thankful for
实际上啊，我们真的都有很多值得我们感恩的，
than we do to complain about.
远远胜过我们可以抱怨的事。
The third one is kind words.
第三种呢，是恩慈和善的话。
One of their choices was to say something kind about another one of the students in the class.
他们可以选择一种，就是对于班上另外一个学生说一些好听的话。
This was not a compliment about something physical.
这个不可以是赞美一些外表的东西。
This was about a character trait of the other person that you admired.
比较是讲到你怎么样佩服对方有什么样的品格特质，
And the kids became very good at doing this.
而孩子们在这个上头可以做得很擅长的。
And we used to call it building up
我们称这个叫建造，
instead of putting down.
而不是拆毁。
Because too many of our kids of all ages use words that put down other people.
因为各样年纪的孩子啊，都会用言辞去拆毁、贬低别人。
As parents, we need to help our kids understand the power of their words.
做父母的，我们要帮孩子明白，你的言辞非常有力量，
And to build others up.
是能建造别人起来的。
And it's the same thing with parents. Build your children up.
哎，父母也是这样啊，你讲话是要造就、建造你的孩子。
And the last one was funny things.
而最后一个就是好笑的事，
They could tell us a joke to make us laugh.
可以说笑话逗笑大家，
They could tell us a funny story.
可以给我们讲一个好笑的故事。
Their stories were usually about their
如
family.
果通常都在讲他们家的事情啊，
Or they could just do something funny.
或者可以做一件搞笑的事儿，
That everybody.
就逗笑全班就行了。
So in the first 5 minutes of every class, we did a couple of these.
所以每堂课前5分钟呢，我们就做这些事情。
And then the next day, we had the same thing, but different people did it.
而第二天同样的事情，但是不同的人起来分享。
So maybe you'll get a couple of ideas here that you could also use at dinner time besides what was the best part of your day.
可以在这里找到一些不同的点子，在你晚餐的时候可以用，所以不见得都是彼此讨论的。
Okay, here's a couple other questions about meaningful conversation.
那讲到有意义的交谈，还有其他的几项问题。
Do you talk with your children about school?
你会跟孩子们讨论学校的事吗？
As a teacher, that is something that I always hope parents and kids would talk about.
身为老师，我一直希望家长跟孩子们能够谈谈学校的事。
The more interest you show in school,
你代表对学校的事情越关心，
the better it will be for your children.
你的孩子在学校的表现就会越好。
Find out everything you can about what is going on at school
所以尽你所能的知道他们在学校的情况如何，
and about what your son or daughter is learning,
想谈谈你孩子们在学校学了什么，
and talk about those things.
来讨论这些事情啊。
I had a lot of parents tell me that they learned a lot of important knowledge that they were taught from their kids.
有些父母就跟我讲哦，有些人他在家里头是因为孩子这样的交谈，自个儿就学了很多知识，
Because their kids brought that new knowledge home to the family.
因为是孩子把这新知识带回到家里来的。
I want to share with you something that a parent said to me on a parents' night at school.
那我希望跟大家分享一个，是我们在家长会的晚上啊，一个家长怎么跟我说的。
This father introduced himself, shook hands with me.
哇，这个爸爸介绍他自己跟我握握手。
He said, you know, because of you, I am much better informed about what's going on in the world.
说你知道吗？就因为你啊，我现在对于现在世界的时事更了解了。
And the reason is because my students had a short current events homework assignment every night.
为什么呢？因为我的学生每天晚上回家要做一个简短的现在时事的一个功课。
So the kids are now becoming very well informed on what's going on in the world.
所以孩子们对于世界各地发生的事情开始了解了。
And they wanted to talk about it at the dinner table.
啊，吃晚餐的时候就想跟家长聊啊。
But if the parents aren't informed themselves, they can't take part in the conversation.
那如果父母自个儿都不晓得的话，很难参与在这个交谈里面。
So this father said, I realized I had to become better informed so I could talk to my kids.
他爸爸就说了，我自己需要去多学点东西，才能跟我的孩子谈得上话。
So always, literally on a daily basis, ask your kids about things they're learning in school.
所以啊，你应该每一天都问问孩子他们在学校学到什么。
Okay, I want to give you some advice on how you ask the question.
可是，在讲到问他们问题的时候呢，要给大家几个建议。
In my country, parents ask a very bad question about school.
在我的国家啊，父母亲最常问一个无效、很烂的问题。
Their children come home,
孩子们回家了，
and the parent asks this question.
父母就问他们这个问题：
What did you do in school today?
你今天在学校干嘛？
And their son or daughter answers with one word,
他的儿子女儿很简单，一句话就答复了：
nothing.
没干嘛。
And that is the end of the conversation.
整个交谈就打住了。你看，
And I talk to parents all the time at home.
我每一次都教导这些家长们，
And I tell them if you ask a bad question, you will get a bad answer.
我就跟他们讲，你们问个烂问题，就会得到烂答案喽。
And I said, as a teacher, I guarantee that a student wasn't there all day and did nothing.
我自己做老师，我跟你担保，孩子一整天在学校不可能没干嘛的。
Ask them specific questions about different subjects that they are learning.
你应该针对他学的每一堂课问一些明确的问题，
You will end up in good conversation.
这样后面才会有很好的讨论。
And I promise you will learn some things that you did not know.
哎，我给你保证，你都会学到一些自己以前不知道的事。
Okay, number 3 has to do with how you correct your children when they do something wrong.
而第三件会做的事情是，当你孩子做错事，你该怎么样指正他们？
Good parents correct their children gently and constructively.
好父母纠正儿女的时候是温柔的，而且是有建设性的。
Now let me go back to my father.
那我再回到我爸爸身上啊，
When my brother or I did something wrong,
当我跟我弟弟有任何人做错事的时候，
he yelled very loudly at us.
他很大声的吼我们，
It was kind of scary.
那是挺吓人的。
Remember I told you my father had a loud voice and a short temper.
记得我跟你讲过，我爸爸是一个很易怒，而且声音很洪亮的人。
And that's the atmosphere that I grew up in.
我从小到大就在这样的氛围长大。
And when I became a father myself, nobody handed me a book and says, this is what you do as a parent.
等我自己做了爸爸，从来没有人拿书给我，跟我讲说，哦，这是你要这样做父母的。
So by the time my kids got old enough to get into trouble,
当我的孩子年纪够大，会找麻烦的时候，
I did what my father did.
我就照我爸爸做的做咯，
I yelled at them.
我就吼他们，
And I probably scared them.
我大概也吓到他们了。
Fortunately, I was learning a lot about psychology and social skills at that
但
time.
有幸的时候，那个时候呢，我已经学了很多关于心理学啦、社交技巧这方面的事。
And I realized that instead of copying my father, I need to take a different approach.
我才明白，不可以去模仿我父亲的，我要用不同的方式来做。
And I sat down with my 3 boys in the living room one night,
那有一个晚上，我跟3个儿子一起坐在客厅，
and I apologized to them.
我跟他们道歉。
This is a very powerful thing for a parent to do. Apologize to your children when you know you have done something wrong.
父母亲，如果你知道自己做错事，能跟孩子道歉，对他们这是非常大能的事情。
They appreciate that more than you will ever know.
他们对这个的感激远远超过你的理解。
You know, in my second book, I wrote about the two most difficult things people find in saying.
那我在第二本书里面讲到2件人们觉得最难做到或说出来的事情。
This whole book is about the power of words.
我的第二本书，整本书讲的就是言语的力量。
And these are the two hardest things that most people, that people have the most difficulty saying.
有2件人们最难说出口的事。
Number one,
第一，
I was wrong.
我错了。
Number two,
第二，
I'm sorry.
对不起。
That has a very powerful effect on the person that is receiving your words.
对于听到这话的人来说，是有非常大的影响力的。
Question, do parents make mistakes?
这里问一下，父母会不会做错事？
Yes, of course they do.
当然会嘛。
But don't be afraid to admit that you made a mistake.
因此不用害怕承认自己做错了。
Your children will grow in respect for you if you do that.
如果你愿意承认，孩子长大才会更加尊重你。
Another question, do children make mistakes?
另外一个问题，孩子会不会做错事？
Of course they do.
当然会吗？
The question for parents is, once they make a mistake, what is the best way for you to handle it?
现在父母碰到的问题就是，一旦他们做错了，你怎么处理这个事儿？
I promise you it's not yelling at them,
我可以给你担保，吼叫绝对没有用，
and it's not hitting them.
打他们也没用。
And my father used to do that too.
我爸爸以前也会这样打我们的，
Not a good thing to do with kids.
对孩子来说这不是好事儿。
Let me give you a few examples of things to not do when your kids make a mistake.
那这里给大家几个例子啊，是你孩子做错的时候你不应该做的事儿。
Do not yell or scream at them.
请不要对你的孩子吼叫，
No matter how great the temptation is, bite your tongue.
不管你多冲动，把舌头咬住。
When you get angry at them, do not call them names.
当你生他们气的时候，不要用难听的字眼骂他们。
The most common one that parents use
最常听到父母亲骂的就是，
is that they call their children stupid.
就说自己的孩子你这个笨蛋。
That stays with them for a while.
这种印象会一直留在他里头的。
Another one, don't threaten them.
另外一个，不要威胁他们。
Don't say I'm going to lock you in your room for 2 months
你别跟他们讲说，我把你锁在房间2个月，
or other things.
或任何其他的威胁。
Okay, let me give you 4 suggestions of things you do when your child makes a mistake.
这里就给大家4个建议，是当你的孩子犯错的时候，你应该做的事。
First one is think.
第一个是思考。
Now, see the 10 there?
你看到我旁边写了一个10，
In your mind, count to 10.
在脑袋里面先数到10，
Slowly.
慢数啊。
That will give you time to think a little bit about what you're going to do.
这让你有点时间去考虑一下你接下来做什么。
And while you're counting to 10, you should slip in a question there.
当你数到10的过程当中，里头就应该想一些问题了。
What is the best way to handle this?
最好的处理方式是什么？
The second one is when you start talking to your son or daughter.
第二个呢，就是开始跟你的孩子说话了，
Keep the volume down.
你保持低的音量。
Third one is reassure your child.
第3个是要再一次确保安慰你的孩子。
And when I say reassure, make sure that your child knows that you love him or her.
在这里是要让你的孩子知道你是爱他的。
Let me give you a simple example.
给他一个很简单的例子啊，
I heard a family therapist speak not too many years ago.
没有多久之前，我听过一个家族治疗师这样说。
Let me explain what I mean.
在这里，这个媒体要解释一下啊。
television,
电视、
videos,
影片、
movies.
电影。他们两夫妻呢已经达成协议，如果孩子做错事的时候，他们两个人会怎么做？
This is what they would say.
他们会这样告诉你，
Christina, we love you very much.
他们会跟孩子说：“克里斯蒂娜，我们非常爱你。
But what you just did is wrong, and we need to talk about it.
当你刚刚做的事情是错的，我们需要谈谈了。
See how much better that is at yelling at them and calling them stupid?
哎，你看这样的谈法，比对他们吼叫或骂他们笨蛋要好多了。
That's why sometimes counting to 10 helps you slow down.
这是你为什么要数到10，帮助你自己缓和下来。
And at the end, make sure you let your child know that he or she is forgiven.
而到最后的时候，你要让你的孩子知道你原谅他了。
Powerful words, I forgive you.
你告诉他，我原谅你是非常有能力的。
Number 4,
第4个会做的事，
good parents praise their children for doing good things.
好父母在孩子做好事情的时候会赞美他们。
I think I mentioned earlier that teachers and parents are good at catching kids doing things wrong.
昨天我有谈到哦，当老师跟父母最擅长的是什么？就是逮到孩子做错事的时候。
And yesterday, I told the teachers, look for good things that your students do.
那昨天我就跟老师们讲了，你要去找机会寻找孩子做好事的时候，
And then acknowledge that.
你要肯定他们。
Don't be afraid to tell your children you did a good job.
你不用害怕，大可以告诉他们说：“孩子，你做的真好，
I'm proud of you.
我以你为荣。
Kids need to hear those kinds of words. ”
孩子需要听见这样的话。
I have to tell you a little story again about my father.
那这里又讲到我爸爸的故事了。
He was a very interesting man.
他真的是一个很有意思的人。
But you have to remember also that my father was born in 1910.
你要记得，我爸爸是在1910年，所以还没民国创立之前，他爸就出生了。
He was not educated.
他没受什么教育的，
He quit school after the 8th grade.
到8年级之后他就不读书了，
He grew up on a farm,
在农村里面长大的，
and then he became an ironworker.
后来自己做铁匠工人。
And he never did learn to develop good communication skills.
他从来没有学习怎么样发展出好的沟通技巧。
And in my entire life, my father never once told me that he was proud of me.
我这一生啊，我爸爸从没跟我讲过他以我为荣。
I was starving to hear that from him,
我多么渴望听到他这样说，
but I never did.
但从没听到过。
He was proud of me,
他确实以我为荣，
because I heard him brag about me to other people,
因为我听到他在别人面前怎么样夸奖我的，
but he couldn't tell me.
可他不能当面跟我说。
He never once told me that he loved me.
他从没跟我说过他爱我，
He did love me,
他是很爱我，没错，
but he could not say those words.
但这些话说不出口哎。
So let me tell you something that happened near the end of his life.
那我跟你讲一个，是他最后人生晚期的时候的事。
He had had a stroke and he was in a hospital.
当时他中风住院了，
And so I drove to the town he was living in,
那我就开车去到他住的那个城上，
and I spent about 4 or 5 days there.
我在那边住了4、5天。
And then it was time for me to go back home.
可是之后我该回家啦，
And I decided that before I go back home, I'm going to get my dad to tell me that he loves me.
那我就决定，我回家之前一定想办法叫我爸爸跟我说他爱我，
Because I thought at that time I may never see him again, and that was the last thing I wanted to ever hear from him.
因为我想以后可能没机会再见到他，这是我最想听到他对我说的话。
So I'm standing very close to him in the hospital bed.
那在医院病床那边，我就紧挨在他旁边站着。
He's lying on his back with the thing propped up.
那他坐在病床上，那个床是竖起来，他坐在上头。
And I told him, Dad, I need to drive home now.
我就跟他讲说，爸，我需要开车回家了。
And I said, before I go, I want to tell you something.
可是在我走之前呢，我想跟你说一下。
And I bent over,
我弯身过去，
and I put my lips this close to his ear.
哇，我嘴巴就紧挨着他的耳朵。
And I said, Dad, I love you.
我说，爸，我爱你。
he has to say, I love you back, doesn't he?
你回答就一定要回答我也爱你吧，对不对？
He said, I feel about you the same way I did the day you were born.
他说你出生那一天，我对你也是同样的感觉。
You know what that meant?
你知道是什么意思？
It meant I loved you on the day you were born,
代表你出生我就爱你了，
and I still love you.
我仍然到现在爱你。
But he couldn't say that.
可是他就说不出口，你看。
That was more of a man thing in those days.
在那个时候，男人就有这种毛病。
So we have both fathers and mothers here.
我们在这边有做父亲的，有做母亲的。
Tell your children that you love them.
告诉你的孩子，你爱他。
You can never say it too many times.
这个永远听不腻的。
I've never met a person in my life who said, I'm tired of hearing that.
我从没碰过任何一个人跟我讲说，哎呀，我听这个都听烦了。
In the United States, I was traveling and I spoke to the kids in the morning.
在美国，我到各个地方去，早上对孩子们说话，
And the teachers in the afternoon,
下午对老师说话，
and the parents in the evening.
晚上对家长说话。
So I shared that story about my father that I just shared with you.
那我就跟他们讲了，我刚刚跟你讲那个我跟我爸爸的故事。
And I said, tell your children and each other, I love you.
所以我就跟他们讲说，你们要告诉孩子，要告诉彼此，我爱你。
So when the talk ended, a woman came up to talk to me.
在那个演讲结束之后，有一个小姐姐到我前面跟我讲话。
She said, I wish my husband would have been here
她说：“我真希望我丈夫今天也在这儿，
because he never tells me that he loves me.
因为他从不跟我讲他爱我。
And I said, have you told him you'd like to hear it? ”
我说：“你有没有跟他说你想听他这么说
And she said, I've told him many times.？”
她说：“我跟他讲很多次了。
But he says this. ”
他每次都跟我说
He says, hey, on the day we got married, I told you I love you.：“
哎，我们结婚那天就跟你讲我爱你啦，
Nothing has changed.
没有什么改变嘛。
I'll let you know if it does.
如果改变了，我再跟你说啊。”
He must have been related to my father.
他跟我爸不知道在哪里见过面，你看。
Praise your children. Tell them, good job. Tell them you love them.
赞美你的孩子，告诉他们做得真好，告诉他们你爱他们。
Another lesson from my family.
在我家里另外一个功课，
One time my oldest son, Dan, told me, all you ever do is tell me what I do wrong.
有一次我大儿子 Dan 就跟我讲说，每一次你都告诉我哪里做错而已。
And that was right after I criticized him for doing something wrong.
因为那个时候我刚刚批评完他做错什么事儿。
And again, when he said that, I thought, I've become my father.
在他一讲完，我自己就想，哎呀，糟糕，跟我爸一样。
And once again, the four of us sat down in the living room.
再一次，我们4个人一起坐在客厅里头。
And I said, what Dan said to me is true.
刚刚 Dan 跟我说的是真的，
I need to get better at catching you doing things right.
我需要改善，能够看见你们做对的事情。
And I promise you that I will work on that.
我跟他们保证，我一定会在上面努力。
Because I'm wrong to only say something when you do something wrong.
因为每一次只在你们做错事的时候，我来纠正，我这样是不对的。
And we became a stronger family because of that.
因为这样，我们这个家庭就更团结了。
Okay, question.
这里有个问题啊，
Which do kids do the most, good things or bad things?
孩子哪一个部分做的比较多？是好事多还是坏事多？
You spent one day counting all the activities of your children.
如果你花一整天把孩子做的活动通通记录下来，
You would find out that about 90 to 95% of the time they are good.
基本上90%到95%的时间，孩子做的都很好，
And maybe 5% or less is something not so good.
可能只有5%，甚至不到5%是不太好的事。
Again, I'm proud of you.
再一次跟他说，我以你为荣，
You did a good job.
你做的真好。
When you tell them they did a good job or you're proud of them, they're more inclined to do those good things again.
当你跟他们说做得好，你以他为荣的时候，孩子更会想往这个方向做。
Which do kids hear about the most? The good things or the bad things?
那这里要再问你了，孩子们最常听到的会是什么呢？是他做得好的，还是做得不好的？
I don't want to beat that to death, but you know what the answer is.
大家应该都知道答案了，对不对？